So top of the morning to you guys. What is going on? I'm about to show you a new construction project we just wrapped up a couple days ago, and the site is still a little bit of a mess, but I want to get over here and get you guys a video before I get on to the next project and forget about this. So you know, this house has already had, I think, 28 degrees. We've already had a really cold night. Got a little bit of cold damage on some of our ground covers, but for the most part, this place looks pretty good. And there used to be a house here. The homeowners that lived here, this was the grandparents' house, and it had all types of underground plumbing issues. They used like galvanized pipes, mold issues, termite issues. So it was really, when they started pricing it out, more expensive to fix the original house. I'm gonna try to get you some drone footage of that than to build a new house, which is greener, net zero, foam walls, solar panels, Tesla charging station. Pretty cool greenhouse, another story in itself. You can see here the large center island. We have an olive in there, some muhly grass, and some fakahatchee grass, and then some salvias. And those salvias are one of the things that did take a little bit of cold damage here. This site got a ton of fruit trees. I want to say we put in somewhere around 25 fruit trees. And just looking down this side of the property, we have lots of native Simpson stopper, native Yapoon holly, more of the fakahatchee grass, and then we have mulberries, persimmons. Over here we've got some peaches, more persimmons, pears, loquats, avocado, mango. Like I said, I think we're somewhere in around the range of about 25 fruit trees that we installed, and then the homeowner had a huge little, I say huge, the homeowner had a nursery area over here with about 12 blueberries, a couple Barbados cherries, a couple nopales, a couple random fruit trees that also got installed here on the project. Up here by the front of the house, we've got some Cattleya guavas on either side. We've got a native silver buttonwood. You can kind of see a little bit of a downward leaf on the avocado. Probably did not like that extreme cold. Another avocado over here on this side. So we have avocado with the Yapoon kind of in the center of the doorway. And then behind that, we've got some pineapple guavas. This is not much of a grass hole. There's just a little strip here. They wanted the least amount of grass as possible. The backyard, I don't even think it has any irrigation. They're very open-minded. They get it. They don't want to use chemicals. They're not going to be fertilizing this a lot. So there was really just a small strip of grass here. The client was very specific and said, I don't want to be a grass hole. So I do love that. We used lots of that metal edging along here. And let me just tell you, materials are going through the roof. When I bid this job back in the beginning of the year, I want to say this metal has gone up 35%. So big change from when we originally bid the project to when we actually installed the project. I believe this building process has been taking them about 2 years. So it has been not easy for the build out on the house, taking a lot longer than expected. They think they've even had a baby during that whole process. Here behind me, you guys are going to see a little bit of a hill, and the homeowners just put down a cover crop on here. And I want to say it was originally hydro seeded, and now they've come in and put some sun hemp on it, a little bit of compost, just kind of a cover crop area. And this has no irrigation. They just have a movable sprinkler out here to kind of get this stuff established. Really cool rain chains for the gutters. I thought this was pretty awesome. Check these out, guys. And that's just the dew coming off the roof right now from last night. And they literally just slows that water down and then puts it into the landscape. I do love that. Once again, we use lots of salvias in these beds, lots of gaillardia, lots of perennial peanut, sunshine mimosa, kind of as our filler plants. Definitely going to be following up here. You don't need to put that one in there. I got you. All right, so we're stepping out into the backyard. We do have a zone 1 veggie garden and a couple of really cool seating areas out here. More fruit trees, strawberry tree, cherry of the Rio Grande, Barbados cherry, grumichama kind of around this outside. That is a papaya that did take a little bit of cold damage. And this is probably one of the coolest features here on the site. We used an old boat as a flower bed, and then we have these other water troughs over here for additional flower beds kind of coming out the back door. Path leading down to your lake. And really cool overhead shots. You guys got to see the drone video. Obviously during the whole project I did get the drone up a bunch for you, tried to get you some progress, and I think I got some footage from the homeowner from when the old house was here, so I'm gonna cut all that in for you. Robbie's gonna do work with that. So Lots of Turk's Cap hibiscus, tea plant. We use lots of society garlic here. Really cool little fire pit area. This is one that we don't use a lot that I really, really like. This is the variegated Simpson stopper up here along the back. We've got some liatris in here, some other natives, muhly grass, more salvias kind of walking into the backyard, black-eyed Susan along the edge. A little bit of dwarf firebush over here in the back, and then kind of coming around to the side of the house, those edible leaf hibiscuses definitely took a little bit of cold damage. We've got some farfugium in here. We've got katuk in there along the back, which lost some leaves on it. And then some shell gingers going up there in the back. Over here on this side, which is more of a shade, damp of light area, this is where we chose to put the citrus trees, Japodicaba, native coffee. There is a Barbados out here where we have a little bit more sun. There was some butterfly pea on the arch. The idea to come up and cover that. I see it's got a little bit of cold damage on it. I think it is gonna survive. And then check out the hammock spot. The stand is only there until the fruit tree is established. So once those fruit trees establish, we don't need the stand. We're actually gonna hang the hammock right off of the tree. And I apologize for whoever is backing in the driveway with that annoying beep. I don't have time. I've got a really tight schedule today. I'm on to the next job here in about 15 minutes. So I've already been here twice trying to wrap up this video for you guys. And every time I show up, pressure washing the driveway, redoing the pavers, noise. So sorry guys. This is a really cool wet zone. This is where we planted the client's blueberries. Put a lot of pine bark in here to bring up the acidity in the soil. There's some sugarcane and elderberry also down into this wet area. And these bananas were here. They actually harvested a rack right when we first started the project. Guys, I made a couple of TikTok videos here while I was working on the project, and if you're not following me on TikTok, or if you're not on TikTok, go over and check it out. I post there almost on a daily basis. A couple of those videos have over multi-million views, and I can't even tell you the amount of people are getting inspired to put in gardens from that platform. It's actually been quite fun. So if you're not following me on other social media platforms, be sure to check them out. All right, I think I'm gonna head out and get the drone and get you one more final quick shot from over top. See if it looks any different. I'm actually seeing some brown peanut in here. Most of this stuff should come back, but this is what can happen to the perennial peanut when we get down to 25 degrees. I see a little bit of green there in the center. It should come back rhizomally. Here's one of those pears. And I'm gonna shut up and go get that drone. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to pound that bell so you can stay notified. And most importantly, guys, it's 2022. Get out there and pound some dirt.